Baton Rouge. Your college football Saturday getting cranked up in a great way with this high-stakes clash here on EA Sports. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So LSU's offense will have the football first. Now we say hello to Caden Durham. What a game he had in their last win. More than 200 yards and 4 trips to the end zone.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Looking for a man, it's Levin. Finds the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Running inside, it's Clark. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Sellers. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Here comes the offense on second down. Pulls it on the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll run it. It's McAllister. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Red pass hits complete. Could not make his way to the corner. And after that last completion, netted a big fat 0. They're looking at second and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense with a chance to put a stop to this drive. Ninth snap coming, it's third and 4. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Making side adjustments here. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to it. Crosses the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To throw, it's Levitt. Working that left side now.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The run inside. It's Durham. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's a give to Durham. To the headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for a score. Touchdown LSU!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacked on the extra point. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Sellers on the play action. Pressure coming. Still looking. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. Hard running there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Running inside. It's Clark. Maybe a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got it out. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Bayou Bengals! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Sellers through the noise. Makes the catch. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense partner has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year.
There he goes. Touchdown, LSU. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They go play action with Sellers. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense takes matters into its own hands. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows?
Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knock him down, racing to the right. Touchdown, Tiger. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Hey, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Sellers. Got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Finds a man on the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Sellers. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing, Sellers. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left. And snags it, and there's running room. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. The run inside. It's Durham. At midfield, he's got room. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Play fake, Sellers. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Under fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to Caden Durham. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Levin. Here's the pressure. Dangerous throw there. This knocked down and incomplete.
And the linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up for him.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the ball. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much.
Got it! Buried to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
South Carolina, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Sellers to throw. Hauls it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. From the gun on third down, Sellers trying to make magic with his feet. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sellers working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. To the air, it's Sellers. Firing to the right. Oh, it's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Wide open on the right. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Never quit on a play because you never know what will happen. How about him breaking the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caden Durham again. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Sellers on the play action. Finds his big tight end. Made it! He smashes his way through again. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Midway point of the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Fires quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quick completion on the out. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Tight end now in motion. Sellers to the air again. Tight end finds it. It's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside. It's McAllister. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Sellers. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Using his legs, Hitch Clark. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. There's some room. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. The Gamecocks spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They want that clock to run. Looking for room at the 30. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Play fake, Sellers. Bringing the heat. Swings it out to the flat. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Dances away. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young men, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Creates a little space. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Sellers from the gun on third down. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. Once he got some room, it was over. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Snagged out of the air. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Dropping back, it's Levitt. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the tee. Beck's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tiger. With that score, looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Throwing, Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Quickly to the tight end. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. And the Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Sellers from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time,